Good morning. We're going to go through the expectations for your assignment today so that they are clear. First of all, you should have done your flip grid wearing a hat, and it is also Happiness Day. So if you want to put a little smile on that face of yours while you wear your hat, that would be much appreciated. Please make sure your hat is appropriate. All right, we're continuing with thin and thick questions today. Again, this is a strategy that works for reading, but it is also going to be something we are going to use for our immigration interviews. And today we're going to focus a little bit more on that. Second slide is just a review from what we learned yesterday. So might be helpful to take a little looky-loo at that and remember what thin questions are and what thick questions are. Remember, if you're ever questioning, you need to decide, is it something where people could have different answers? And if they could have different answers, it's probably a thick question. Thin questions usually only have one answer. The next thing you're going to do is you are going to watch this video. So you're going to click on this little link right here, and you are going to see that Mrs. Navelt's immigration interview will pop up. It's super interesting. Please make sure you watch the whole thing. I learned a lot that I did not know about her immigration and what was happening in her home country at the time when she immigrated, and I think that you will too. While you are watching Mrs. Navelt's video, it would be very, very good idea to have a piece of paper of some sort and a writing instrument, whether it be a pencil, a pen, a marker, a highlighter. I don't really care. Ms. Carlson doesn't really care. Mr. Kiskinoff doesn't really care because we're not going to have to read it. It is for you to jot down your notes. What notes, you ask? Well, I will show you. When you are done watching this video, you will be expected to write one thin question from the interview and one thick question from the interview. So, as you're watching the interview, be jotting it down. Now, for those of you who are like, well, I'm just going to watch this video until I hear a thin question and a thick question, and then I'm going to turn it off. Well, please don't do that, because we would also like you to write a question that you have for Mrs. Navelt about her immigration to the U.S., and you should be identifying, is this a thin or a thick question? Now, we're not going to be all controlling and say you have to write a thin or a thick question. However, usually thick questions, a little bit more interesting to hear the answer to, so you might want to lean more on the side of a thick question. But if you have a really good thin question you would like to ask, hey, go ahead, ask it. Now, if you write a question that was actually asked in the interview because you think you're all sneaky and you're not watching the whole interview, oh, we're going to catch you here. Or not. I don't know. But anyway, we want you to watch the whole video because it's very interesting. We're not asking you to do a lot of work today, so it would be really fantastic if you did your work. To those of you who are doing your work every day, we are so very proud of you. We cannot say that enough. To those of you who maybe not as much, this is the perfect day to start. Perfect day. In fact, I think it's written somewhere in the books, the very important books, that May 12th of 2020 is the perfect day to start doing your work. Pretty sure. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, as always, email, text, call if you have a question. Or maybe you don't have a question. Maybe you just miss us a whole bunch and you're like, hey, I want to text them. We're here. for you. So please feel free to do that. All right, talk to you all tomorrow when we have a very, very special guest. Tune in till tomorrow. Ta-ta.